What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today so that we can discuss Sting of Death. So, this movie takes place in the Everglades. There's some weird attacks happening, kind of unexplained. No one can figure out what's going on with these attacks, but then some people are speculating that it's the work of jellyfish or the Portuguese man of war. But of course, the issue with that is everyone claims that they can't get large enough to attack and kill a person, even if their venom is very strong and they could like latch on to somebody. Maybe the attacks are much more vicious than that, and so it's kind of ruled out, but then it's in the back of some people's minds. Anyway, the killings continue, the investigation continues, and that's the story here. So, Sting of Death is super hokey, super cheesy, but I actually really liked it. I will say that the movie is not that exciting for the majority of it, and it's questionable at the end, but as far as these kind of cheesy, cheap B movies go, I think the final act is really interesting and definitely dials up the fun. But even before that, the movie is still so interesting to me just because it has so like I love the visuals and the vibe and the aesthetic here. 1960s Florida. The colors are so bright and vivid, and it's just like I love seeing the tropical backgrounds and the Everglade backgrounds. Just such cool atmosphere. And then you got like the costumes and the lingo. It's just very 60s Florida, which I think is really cool. The performances here are obviously pretty corny, but they're fun to watch. There's a lot of like mod music and dance parties and stuff like that. It's a fun movie, and then again, the final act is fantastic. The jellyfish are portrayed by like Ziploc bags or like looks like, kind of look like colorful dime bags. The Portuguese man of war monster is played by a guy in a wetsuit who looks like he who looks like he walked through one of those like bead curtains that you see in video stores leading back to the adult section. He's like draped in those beads, and then he has like a giant inflated garbage bag on his head. I'm sorry, I love that kind of thing. So I had a good time here, but I can understand how for some people it might be too slow, or especially if you can't appreciate like the 60s atmosphere and visuals, then you might not get as much out of this. But I like Sting of Death. I definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my reviews, you can go to markfusion.com, or you go right here on YouTube to my video review playlist. But thank you so much for watching this one. I do greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.